Today on Screen Rant, we're scrying into the alternative history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If the multiverse is infinite, then there must be one reality where Iron Man never died during Endgame. But what would this branch of the multiverse even look like? For starters, the Avengers would still be active. If Tony Stark somehow survived using the Infinity Gauntlet, his next step would be to ensure that something like Infinity War never happens again, and that would entail filling up the Avengers roster with the survivors. Nick Fury and Iron Man are bound to butt heads in terms of managing the growing team, but the continued presence of the Avengers could have also prevented Hawkeye's descent into the vigilante Ronin, or even the Scarlet Witch's downfall. With Tony still speaking for the team, the Sokovia Accords would have been more quickly replaced with more sensible policies. And with the Avengers still in business, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange would have been too busy working to cause the multiverse-breaking No Way Home spell. That said, Tony's continued presence in the world would also come with its own complications. Ideally, Tony Stark would evolve into the living legend that he was always meant to become, the hero who snapped back at the Mad Titan and somehow lived to inspire the next generation of Avengers. At the same time, Tony could just as easily become the next MCU big bad. Iron Man arguably has the best redemption arc out of any Avenger in the MCU, but if he's allowed to exist past the MCU's initial plans, his complicated worldview may take over for the worse. Don't forget that Tony once considered literally covering Earth with remotely controlled shields, a literal armor suit for the planet. Combined with the resulting trauma, anxiety, and survivor's guilt following Endgame, the smartest man in the world is bound to take drastic measures to ensure humanity's future. In lieu of Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, President Tony Stark would have risen to power as early as Phase 4, and instead of the multiverse saga, we could have gotten a more comic-accurate adaptation of Marvel's Civil War or Illuminati storylines. For better or worse, the most current Iron Man suit would look and function almost like magic. In fact, apart from how the MCU wouldn't be able to cast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, Iron Man could actually perform Doom or Kang's role himself, the despotic genius dangerously obsessed with protecting his legacy and his world's future. This even opens the MCU to do its characteristic twists on existing comic book storylines. And at this point, this alternate version of the MCU could already be heading towards a World War Hulk movie. It's really a matter of subjective opinion. If the MCU hadn't given Iron Man what remains to be the best heroic death for any character in the franchise, then Marvel would have faced entirely different challenges in phases 4 and 5.
We're gonna be okay. You can rest now.
And without the Eye of Agamotto, here at Screen Rant, we can only speculate about the endless possibilities of the infinite multiverse. Thanks for watching Screen Rant.